Wilbur's gonna love this. 3 videos, 3 days. Go figure. That's because I've gotten back to back to back CGC boxes. I think this is probably like 4 videos in the past week, right? Alright, this one's not so good. Even though the last one, the Silver Age, oh my god, that was so great. Tomb of Dracula. The First Blade. 8.0. I was so satisfying, man. That's a $3,000 book. Yeah, this one, not so great. But I do have one keeper out of here, I think. Okay, 14 out of 25, so it's not a great percentage. It's not even a good percentage. It's a pretty bad percentage, but it's better than the 9 out of 25 that I had. These are not that big of books, except for maybe 2. One might be staying in the PC. Most of these books were gotten off of YouTube auctions, and I'll show you guys like what I do when I bid on YouTube auctions. Usually what I'm trying to do is at least to double my money. Sometimes I just go after a book because I want it in the PC, you know, if I think it's good enough. And then there's certain sellers that I trust more than others, you know. All right, let's start with this. I've been showing this book a lot lately. So here's the story with these, okay? 5 of these books came back as missing the pre-screen 9.8. What I did was I sent 2, which I opened a couple unboxings ago, and one of them came back at 9.8. This time I sent 3. And 1 came back as a 9.8. What I did was I just went over it with a soft cloth to try and remove fingerprints, just to clean it, you know, just to see how I would do on a second pre-screen. So I got 2 out of 5 9.8s back. So I would call that a success, you know, because I'd rather have 2 9.8s than have 5 raws. Now I have 3 raws, but maybe I can send the other 3 pre-screen 9.6s next time. We'll see, you know, but I call that a success, right? And that's a book that I'm not gonna sell. I'm not selling this book anytime soon. Right now, I could probably put it up for $100 and maybe get 100 for it. This is the 7th printing, the local comic shop edition, but this has around 50,000 print run, if I'm not mistaken. It's right around 50,000, which is the entire print run from cover A to the 6th printing and the store variant. So yeah, 50,000 is not bad actually, if you really come to think about it. But this is where Boom just decided, you know what, let's just make this a type of money grab, really, and put out more printings. And then they came out with the 8th printing that they overprinted like 150,000, I think. It was over 100,000 for sure, you know. I think it was like 150,000 on that one. All right, but this one, that's why that's a $50 book. This one is starting to rebound. I think is right around $100 right now. I am not willing to sell it for that. Probably gonna sell it when it gets back to the 150 range, and I have a few of those. All right, so I'm gonna have 3 raws now instead of having the 5. All right, let's go to the next one. I did not get that one off of YouTube auctions. These 2 I did. We're going to go over these 2. All right, first thing you notice is that this isn't a 9.8. These are 9.4s. So typically when I go on YouTube for something that I want to flip, I'm looking to double my money at least, you know. So when I bid on something like this, one, I gotta trust the seller. If I don't trust the seller, then I severely bid probably around 3 or 4 grades below what they say that the grade is. So these right here, I actually bid kind of high. I usually bid $10 for something that I don't know about. For one of these, however, I'll show you. One of these was from Thorough, so I actually bid a little higher than what I would for that book. I bought from him a Miles Oktoberfest and a 2099 #1, which is one of these, and that was a total of 46 including shipping. Also, when I bid, I'm also including the shipping cost in my bid. Okay, that comes out to $23 a book. Now the Oktoberfest came back at a 9.8, so that one's already, I'm good with that. This one right here, I didn't feel comfortable even with a press. First of all, I think Mr. Kendra can press this because I don't know what kind of procedure he does, but he has pressed certain books that kind of look like this with the foils like that. Look at the rings, man. It's freaking Newton rings. They're still prevalent, these CGC cases. But anyway, I didn't feel comfortable, not with the front of the covers for both of these. I didn't feel comfortable with the back. So even if I were to have paid to get them pressed, there was some stuff right here. You see that right there? That's color breaking. And the other one has the same thing. So even with a press, I think I would have just wasted my money. So the 9.4, I'm pretty confident that I can sell it for like $100, maybe 110 if I wait long enough for more trailers. I can probably get 110. I'm thinking I can get 100 right now. The other book, I don't really know the seller. His name is Andrew. That was from a YouTube auction. That one I paid $10 for. See, and that's how you bid, right? I paid $10 for that. I also got a couple other books from him too. Some pretty good books. That War Journal. I only paid $20 for the War Journal. It came back at 9.8. You know, yeah, so that ended up being a good deal. So you figure $23 for one plus 10 is $33. The slabbing fee for these is going to end up costing me around $30 a book. So that comes out to like $93 total to get them both slabbed and the price of the books. And if I can sell them both for $220, that's like, or $200, it's almost like doubling my money. So yeah, this ended up being a success. All right, next book. Okay, this is a twofer also. That's a 9.8 for that. That's X-Men number 19. The John Christopher variant A. He had, I believe it was 3 variants. The A, the B, and the C. The A is the green. Look, it's stunning. It's really stunning, but damn, again with the freaking Newton rings, man. It's pretty. That is really pretty. I believe I can sell this for $100. People put it out for like auction, and in auction this will go for like $60, sometimes $70. I think I've seen some auctions where it goes over $100, but for the most part it goes for less than that. The back cover is green, and then let me see if they put the other one next to. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. This is the cover B. The green is the most printed. The red is less printed. I forget the printings, but there's less of the red. And in the cover C, there's less even of the C, which is a white cover. But look how stunning that is, man. That is stunning. And then this one's going for around like 120, 120-ish. I can't stand those freaking rings. All right, so price on those, and who did I get those from? Let me see. All right, so this buy was pretty much quantity. Uncanny X-Men Mike, I bought that in November of last year. $285. It's a Campbell lot. Amazing Spider-Man Campbell lot. You had these two X-Men 19s, Campbells, and you had a Strange Academy #1 Campbell. Actually, that one came back as a 9.8 already. So with that Strange Academy and these two, that pretty much pays for the lot and gives me a little bit of a profit, a tiny bit, just enough to wet my beak, I think. And the Spidey lot, which those books needed to get pressed, so they're with Mr. Gendra right now getting pressed. Actually, no, he sent them already to CGC, I think. I think he already sent them to CGC. Yeah, that was a good buy. It's a good buy. It was already giving me 3 9.8s and waiting on the Spideys. All right, next book. These are great covers. Great covers. Okay, this particular one doesn't go for a lot. Right now, if you put it up on auction, it might fetch $50. This is the regular copy of Oblivion Song. It came back as a 9.8. Now, I bought this from Yahweh, the only auction I've ever bought from Yahweh. I gotta buy more from him, man, because he does have like good books. The problem with me buying from Yahweh is a lot of the times the stuff that he has, I already have plenty of. But he had a lot of Oblivion, including 2 #1s. One did not make the 9.8 here. That was the pink variant. There's a pink signature variant like that. That one didn't make the 9.8. But I also got an entire run of Oblivion, consecutive. So I wanted to read it for $50. That was in September that I won that. $50, you couldn't beat that. And now I got this in a 9.8, and you know, this has already been optioned and it's already in production from what I understand. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be playing the main character here. So once the first trailer comes out for this thing, you know, this is probably going to be $100 book, I'm assuming. I have 2 copies, one in 9.8 of the 1000. It's a 1000 copy exclusive that came with a statue. I have a full statue with like sealed with the comic still inside, and I have a 9.8 of it. So this one will be sold, and once I get to reading this lot, I might sell that lot too. More than likely I'll sell the entire lot with that pink variant, unless I get that pink variant pressed. I might do that. All depends on what the future brings for this Oblivion Song. But again, still a pretty good buy, I think, only because of the quantity that I got for it. Next. Oh, and by the way, Sid told me that Yahweh was selling a Blue Marvel 9.8 #1, along with the entire set 2 through 5. I don't know if they were graded though, for less than $2,000. So if you guys know if he sold it, let me know, please, because I might be interested in that. You know what? I'll ask him. I'll ask him next time I go into one of these auctions. See if he sold it. $2,000. I mean, one just sold for $25.50. The Blue Marvel. All right. These I did not. These I got, I think, from T-Fall. I got them at good prices. This is the jock cover of Batman 118. I think this was like a 1. Is it a 1 in 25 or 1 in 50? It's a foil cover. It's a beautiful cover, right? It's pretty. The only thing is, look at that. Okay, I think all of these came with that. They made them tighter. Look at that. I mean, that's pretty ugly. I mean, come on, man. CGC needs to get their act together for this. I mean, if it wasn't for that, the covers... And then this one is the Bogdanovich Virgin Edition. Obviously, it's a Spider-Man 1 homage. 9.8s, both of them. Go to the next one. You know what? I'll leave that one for... Let's go to this one here. Agents of Atlas. Yeah, this is the cover A, Agents of Atlas. I got this one from... I think this is one of the ones I got from Cat 60, I think. Let me verify that. Yeah, Cat 60. I've gotten multiple sets of Agents of Atlas from him. Most of my 9.8s from Agents of Atlas came from Cat 60. So, yet another one comes from him. Yeah. Good book to spec on. But this might be a very long spec. But it's a good one. It's a good one. With multiple first appearances. Luna Snow, Wave, Crescent, and Arrow. First U.S. appearance of Arrow. Oh, okay, so I guess she appeared somewhere else. Lei Ling. Alright. Cat 60. That's another guy that when I buy from him, a lot of the times those books are like 9.8s. Him and Sands. Alright. Next. Speak of Sands. I think I got this from Sands. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was Sands. This is Sands. I think the only book that I ever bought from Sands that I haven't really been happy with is that Cho, Amadeus Cho, his first appearance. However, everything else is like, man, like on point, man. $150 for this lot. I think he threw this in as a freebie. That was a different Deadpool. But I'm pretty sure this one was a freebie. Came back as a 9.8. Look at the books that were in there, though. Avengers number 7 is in there. That one failed the pre-screen 9.8. But it is back in CGC. It went, it got pressed, and I'm just waiting on it to get back. The Ronin, there was a Ronin book there. There was an Echo lot and an all-new Wolvie that actually missed the pre-screen 9.8 on this one right here. So that one is probably going to get pressed and sent back for 150. That's just the Avengers 7 if it comes back in a 9.6. With this one right here, puts me in the black. So, and look at the other goodies he sends me. 9.8s, okay? This is Sands as well. Now this one was, let me see where it's at. This is the Street Fighters. Here we go. $50. Chun-Li and is that Ganmi? Street Fighter? Two books. $50. So technically $25 each. That's including shipping, okay? That was from November of last year as well. Check this out. These are freaking hot, man. These are hot covers. Let's get this one out. Look at that. That's freaking smoking. And it goes good with the CGC label, too. Smoking hot. Second printing Diaz variant. These were limited. I forget what the print run for these were. But this is Sands. See, that's why I can't be mad at Sands, and I'll never claim to Sands, hey, you gave me a bad Amadeus Cho book, because all the good books the freaking guy gives me, man. Can't complain, dude. Can't complain, and he sends me freebies. So, look at that. Another 9.8. And I expect to do really well with these. Look at that. Pretty books. I mean, you know, they should be pretty because, I mean, let's face it, these are modern books. But I know these are limited. And I want to say they're under 600 print run. I should check it out, but it's not a book that you're going to see a lot. These will be sent to my comic shop, and they will be probably sold on auction, more than likely. That's the one thing I don't like. It's the freaking, look at that. Looks like she got something on her skin. Diaz. Alright. And let me see what else. Alright, this one, I don't know who I got this one from. Yeah, this one I really don't remember who I got this from. But great book. 9.8. I was missing this in a 9.8. I gave out one of these in a 9. No, actually, it was a raw in my first giveaway that I ever had to TBM. It was a bunch of spec books, and I sent a raw one out. That was in near mint condition. I don't know if it was a 9.8. It was at least in a 9.4 though, raw. But this one, I don't know if I had this or did I buy this from somebody. Maybe Sands might have sent me this one too. I don't know, back then. But hey, you can't complain with a 9.8 on this. I have the combo pack, but I missed the 9.8 for the combo pack. And the final book that was graded, this one might be the keeper, okay? Actually, you know what? I said 2 keepers. Hold on a second, let me get rid of this packing slip. Okay. I said two keepers I was going to probably keep. One of them is going to be probably the Justice League 30, maybe. Still thinking about it. Number one, I had one that I did a favor for my buddy Pete. He got that one last month, and then this one was mine. I got this one today. 9.8. Yeah, baby. Wish it was a newsstand, but it's not. And I got this from Mr. Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers, $37, including shipping. $37 plus the $30 that it costs to get it slabbed. You're looking at $67 total. What a great deal. What a great deal. See if I can find that. Mr. Mike Rogers has been another guy that's, I gotta make his auctions a lot more than I do, I don't make them too often. Actually, I don't make too many auctions too often. It's like Sands has so many auctions that I end up like visiting it like from like 5 minutes at a time. But look at that, Mike Rogers. I bought a UF4 second print from him that came back out of 9.4, I think it was. 9.6. That came back at a 9.6. That got sold. TMNT fourth print. That's actually on my comic shop right now in their prime auction right now. The fourth print came back at a 9.4. And then the Infinity Gauntlet, $37. Yeah. Just killing it on his auctions, killing it. That $72 was for both books. That got me a 9.6 second print. That was a Pichelli second print. And a 9.4 fourth print TMNT number 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I go on these YouTube auctions, That's why I go on it, because you can get some really good prices. Alright. Let's see what missed it. There is absolutely no doubt about it that CGC has become harsher with their grading. All these books right here came from Sands. Some of these, I can't believe they didn't make the 9.8s, especially these right here, because these are pretty new moderns, and I didn't see anything wrong with these. So I'm assuming just a light press will probably just make them 9.8s. They, this one's now a pretty big book. I thought I had sent this to Mr. Kendra. It must have been a different one then. But this one did come from Sands for sure. This was the biggest book in the entire lot. Missed the 9.8. This will be going back out to Mr. Kendra to get pressed for sure. And then these two. So now I have 3 back. I have 3 that didn't make the 9.8 for the second time that I sent them on pre-screens, but that's okay. This is the one that I missed from Yahweh. This is the pink variant. But I did get the other one, the regular variant. I mean the regular cover A. And I missed this one. This would have been a nice hit too. This was set for 9.4 though. I think it was in the back cover as well. Might have been something over here too. Yeah, right there by the staple, maybe. Very tiny. But either way, I think I might send this to Kendra also, just to see what he could do then. You know, what the heck. I'll have him work on it. If he could do something with it, fine. If he can't, that's fine too. Alright, we'll go through the numbers. I figured it was going to be around $30, and yes, it was. Shipping to CGC was $11.89. I sent 3 submissions to them, $35.67. So $11.89 per submission. That was sent to CGC in December 13th last year. CGC fees were $402.80 plus the shipping. Comes out to $414.69. Only 14 slabs. Notice I didn't put 9.8s because 2 of them were 9.4s. $29.62 per slab. $30 with the bags and boards. You know, $30. Pretty expensive for something that's not pressed to get pre-screened nowadays with the new fees. So it is imperative that you do your homework on the pricing of the books that you get. You cannot just send anything. And these were selectives. These were selective books that I sent. Some of them, you know, you don't even get that much for a 9.8. Like say these Batmans, right? You really don't get that much for a 9.8. But these weren't the reasons why I bought the auctions. These were like extras in the auctions. So the only thing I would have in it if it made the 9.8 would have been the grading. You know, technically, the grading would have been the only thing that I would have had. So these are not worth, these 3 books, unless I press them myself, they're not worth sending back to them or sending to a presser to get pressed. Not yet, you know, not unless these books become really hot, which is not going to happen for a while. Even this one's not worth sending out to get cleaned. I mean, you know, maybe selling them raw might be the best thing, or just wait for them, sit on them. Now this one is worth it, see? This would be worth it even if it comes back at a 9.4. It'd be worth it at this point, you know. In my opinion, Wonder Woman is worth it as well, in my opinion. I think that's a pretty underrated spec. And this one might be worth it. Might be. And of course, the Bloodstone is always worth it. That one I paid pretty decent money for. But yeah, my dudes, that is the unboxing for today. Moral of the story is, be very careful nowadays. I expect these CGC weights to lessen, because I expect less books being sent. Their bread and butter is the pre-screen, and as people start selling these books and realizing that they're not getting much back, you have to put the prices of the shipping to them, shipping back to you. You can't just say, oh, CGCs cost, oh, it only costs what, $24 for the slab? Bull crap. No, it doesn't. You gotta weigh in that price right there. Also, per slab, we are assuming the $8. Each one of these books costs $8 for them to look at and say, nah, they ain't 9.8s each one, or 9.4s as that one was, right? Each one of them costs $8, and we are assuming that cost on this right here, on the 14 slabs. We're assuming that cost, and this was sent to them before that last hike, you know, before the last hike. So yeah, it'll cost a lot more than that now. So all right, hope I got through to you guys. Tomorrow I might do another video on books I'm sending to my comic shop. I think I might. Have a good night, guys. I'm getting tired now. Oh, by the way, I bought these. I don't know if you guys noticed. Bought these from T-Fall. Don't really like this one too much. You know, I don't like seeing Superman smack the Batman around. I don't like it. I do like that one though. I think these might need a little light press too, but I'm gonna try to get the 9/8. Look, 9/8 are not supposed to be perfect books. They can have very minor, the most minor defect, and they can make a 9/8. So I think these can make the 9/8, but with the strict grading that they have right now, they might not. We'll see. All right. Nighty night.